What's going on, guys? It's your boy, fucking Jizz Man 3000, back again with another fucking shit video. Here we are then. Here we fucking are. Living. At the moment, I am rearranging my room so I've got more space, in the hope that I'll have more of a blank slate in my room so I can be a bit more creative, I'm hoping, but I don't know, it's kind of fucking frustrating trying to get it right. I've got this bookshelf that was upright, big long one, and I put it like that, and I don't know if it's actually that great. My record player sticks out of it, which is annoying, but I don't know, mate. I don't know. Thoughts are interesting. Thoughts are one of the hardest things to observe in my case. Thoughts create feelings, your emotions, what arises in your body. And a lot of the time, it's the same thought pattern over and over again. Something triggers it. Get triggered by something, and you go down the same thought pattern. You just get sucked into it. It's hard to fucking get out of it, you know? You know, in a lot of ways, there's nothing you can do about it, except train your mind, or train your focus to focus on the thought, to be aware of it. Just to be aware of it. That's all you can do, really, isn't it? You know, people say you've got to reprogram your mind. Got to reprogram your subconscious. Which is true. If you want to, you know, overcome these fucking unhealthy thought patterns that are self-destructive and all this, you know. However, you know, it's like, the thought of I've got to reprogram my subconscious has come from your subconscious in a way. It's like you know, thoughts, it's kind of like you had no choice in your thoughts, did ya? You had no choice in the thoughts, you know? What's your next thought gonna be? I don't fucking know. You don't know. You don't know what your next thought's gonna be. You're not creating your thoughts. They're just coming to you. And all the thoughts that come to you are based upon the thoughts that have come prior to that. So, it's sort of like, if you have the desire to reprogram your subconscious, that was inevitable. It's inevitable that you're going to have that thought, that desire. And looking at it like this, you know, I start to see that everything's fucking determined already from the day that you're born. It's all determined. It's all determined. There's nothing you can do except train yourself to be aware of your thoughts and the things that happen to you. But then again, that also is just something that was inevitable to happen. You know what I mean? It's really fucking weird, you know? Everything's determined. It really is. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to say that, because I know that, you know, the vast majority are sort of outraged by that and don't want to even sort of go down that rabbit hole of thinking and explore that idea that everything's determined. You know, people like to think that they've got free will. And so part of me is like, I can't believe that. But the other part of me realizes that my belief of things being determined is determined. So it's like, what can I do about that? That's, you know, who you are is determined. There's nothing you can do about it. And so you've got to just observe your thoughts rather than trying to change them. But then again, the thing is that if you don't have any thoughts that lead up to a thought about this whole scenario, there's nothing you can do. It's sort of like this sort of spiritual path is not a path that people take. In a way, they were chosen. And that's probably not the best word to use, but in a way, they had no choice. People who go down the spiritual path have no choice. People who go down any path have no choice. It's just the natural unfolding. Lawful unfolding. But I mean, it's not like that belief is actually one that I believe 24/7. It's something that comes up every now and again. The majority of the time, I do think I've got free will. I mean, if it seems like it, you know. But I guess that's the whole game of it, is that if we knew what was coming, it wouldn't be that exciting, you know, would it? And so the illusion of free will gives us the opportunity to experience something new. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. It's very interesting though. Like people who become enlightened, it's like they didn't work hard to get enlightened. They were inevitably just gonna do that. It's just their path. You know what I mean? It's quite interesting. It's quite strange because it goes. It's like I can't explain it. So I don't know. But it seems it's quite difficult though. Life. Quite difficult. It's an amazing thing. It keeps fucking amazing me that I was just born, and I was just fucking born, and now I'm here, and it's just I'm going to die, and then it's like, what the fuck happens, you know? And it's just life. I'm just experiencing reality. It's just reality. Like, what the fuck? You know, knowing that everything is determined doesn't make your life any less difficult. Because you don't know what's around the corner. And the worst fucking shit could happen. And you could say to yourself, well, this was predetermined. It's just the lawful unfolding of the universe. It's all going to be good. It's my fate. It's my destiny. That shit doesn't fucking matter at all when you're going through the fucking harshest shit, you know? You know? But I mean, play around with the idea that everything that has ever happened in your life was and is determined. It was meant to be. It's just how it is. There's no control. You've got no control. And even if you think you've got control, whatever you think, even if you think you've got free will, that thought of thinking that you've got free will was determined by the environment you've been raised up into, and the conditioning and the thoughts and shit that's gone in your mind prior to asking, do I have free will? Because, you know, some people don't ask the question, do I have free will? And the fact that they never asked the question was determined. Some people ask the question, do I have free will? And that was determined. You don't get to choose happiness. I don't know. There's a much fucking higher force going on than our own separate little self. It's something that can't ever be described. The thing is, existence just is. It doesn't matter what paradigm you're looking at it from the materialist, atheist paradigm of thinking, where the Big Bang happened and it's just, you know, evolution and consciousness arised from matter, or whether you believe that a God created us or the universe or whatever. Doesn't matter which way you look at it. Just realize that you're alive, that you exist. You see, nothing can explain that. It's fucking like, even if you believe a God created the universe, say the God created Big Bang. Okay, what created the God that created the Big Bang? And it goes on and on and on. You see, there's no creator. There's no creator. What I'm experiencing right now is how it's always been. Nothing's created this. What makes up the fundamental structure of reality? You could say atoms or energy. Or you could say, well, the only way I can experience reality is because I'm conscious. So you could say consciousness is the fundamental structure of reality. But then what created consciousness? What's beyond consciousness, or what's beyond energy? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just, the question of why is there something rather than nothing? The thing is that nothing is a concept. Nothing doesn't exist. But then again, it's really confusing because I don't know, mate. The thing is, something can't arise from nothing, because if it did, then that nothing that it arises from must have contained something for something to arise from it. So there's nothing. Nothing doesn't exist. There's always something. And then it's just like, why does it seem like I am reality? It sometimes seems like all the energy in the universe is all being centered on me. And that sounds like the most fucking narcissistic thing ever to say, but what I'm saying is that I am all I've ever known. The only way I can know this chair or anything is through my physical senses and my thinking and my emotions. And the only way I can know those is that I'm conscious, and I can't know anything outside of consciousness. And so the only thing I've ever known is consciousness. It's all I've known. And consciousness is knowing in itself. So all I've known is knowing. All I've known is known. So this is the thing, is that things start to become very solipsistic in my mind, and it's like, is it just me? Is it just me? But of course it's like, I look at other beings and it's like, no, there's definitely, I'm in there too. Consciousness is in there too, but that's all I've ever known. So it's like, that's the reality. Reality is in them too. Their experience is real. They're not just like cardboard cutouts in my world. Like they are another me. They're another conscious being. And then I start to think, like, is it just me though? And I'm hopping from one being to the next. Say, as consciousness, am I being Jasper? And then when I die, will I be, say, my dog as consciousness? And because time and space exist within the whole grand scheme of everything, consciousness or infinity or whatever, because it exists within this, there's no sort of like chronological order. So what's to say that when I die, then I could reincarnate into my dog? The consciousness, though. But then again, also, what is to say if time and space exist within the whole grand thing? My phone's ringing. I'll be back. And I'm back, guys. Alright. Sorry for the wait. It's probably wait for like 2 minutes. As I was saying, fucking reality is a strange thing. But here's what I was saying. What the fuck? Where was I? What was I saying? So yeah, what I was saying is that we could, am I just hop into the next being after I die as consciousness, as conscious as this body that is Jasper. After that dies, does the consciousness that is actually who I am just jump to the next being? So maybe I become my dog. And right, because time and space isn't within the whole infinite thing, that's possible. But I realised that, so what it is though, it's like it's really weird because because let's give an example of my dog, right? My dog I look into its eyes and it's a living, conscious being. It has its own experience, right? If you take this perspective, if you just don't go down the solipsistic route. And so it's like, it's really interesting because obviously I can't experience what my dog is experiencing. Like, the consciousness is in me at the moment. Consciousness is in Jasper. And his consciousness, is it all just in Jasper at the moment, and then next I'll be my dog, as an example? Or is it dispersed? Is my dog experiencing consciousness right now? It's confusing. I don't think it's I think it's yeah. Because obviously whoever's watching this video, you're conscious, right? You exist. But I don't know that. You see, I can't know that for certain. Which seems very solipsistic. But, yeah, on the other side of it, if I say, okay, yeah, let me just accept that you are conscious as a fact. It's very strange, very strange. Because you can go through the whole I am God thing, but then it's like everyone is God. But it's like, is God just being Jasper right now, and then God will be my dog next after Jasper's gone? Or is God being Jasper and every other living being simultaneously? And I guess that's what it is. Fucking crazy shit, man. Crazy fucking shit. You know, enlightenment, as the Buddha put it, I think, he says, what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is the end of suffering. And so we all want to be enlightened, don't we? Which is basically the same saying, we all want to be happy. We all don't want to suffer. We all want suffering in our lives to cease. And yeah. And so it's hard though, because, you know, as a separate entity, we're so attached to a lot of things, you know? Death in the family. What is going on? Just my dog. Just me in the future, or just me now. Just fucking doing some shit. Oh, mate. The end of suffering. So yeah, obviously you're gonna fucking experience pain in your life as a separate thing. Death in the family. You're gonna fucking fuck you up, mate. But everyone goes through it. Everyone experiences death in their life. It's a natural thing. It's part of duality. You can't have birth without death. With anything. Not just living beings, you know, like whatever it is. Whatever can be born will die. Mate, I don't know. Here's the video anyway. I don't know.